And so we need to understand the virus. This is an RNA virus. RNA viruses are not easy to make a vaccine for. They're just not. RNA is a chain of information that tells your DNA what to do, just like the RNA of this RNA of the virus. So let me put it into perspective by sharing my screen. Here we go. So this is a large RNA virus, and being large is actually a good news, because if it was very, very, very small, then being airborne and all of that would be an issue. But we know that it's very infectious, meaning it's contagious, and moderately virulent. That means it's not necessarily as bad as, let's say, Ebola, as Ebola virus. It's not that bad, and definitely not, let's say, as bad as AIDS. All right. So, but it has a cell wall. It has an envelope or a cell wall. The cell wall is its Achilles heel. Why? Because it's made of lipid. It's made of fat, just like most cells in this world. Okay, in the human body as well. So most of it is lipid or fat. Why is it a good news? Why is it the Achilles heel? Because soap dissolves lipid. Soap dissolves fat. It's easy to wash it off. Wash it off of your hands. Wash it off of your fruits. Wash it off of furniture, whatever, right? So that's Achilles heel. So that's the weakness, okay? So as you can see, it is a cell wall with some spiky protein antennas that helps it enter a cell, a human cell. So these spiky proteins are antennas that make a lock and key with the human healthy cell. So then the virus can inject its RNA or genetic material inside the healthy cell. All right? So whatever we do, it is more important to do prophylaxis. What is prophylaxis? Prophylaxis means that you do things to prevent from getting infected. So you wash your hands, maybe social distance. If you're infected, you wear a mask. If you are in a crowded space, you wear a mask. But do you wear a mask for long hours continuously in a day? Do you wear a mask when you're sitting in your car by yourself? No. Do you wear a mask when you go for a run, for a walk where there is nobody or hardly anybody? Or you're on this part of the sidewalk, someone is on the other side. You're socially distancing, you're running, you need a lot of oxygen. So not wear a mask during exercise or during walks or runs, okay? So prophylactic means preventative. Whatever you do to prevent it, okay? Including vitamins, including supplements, including your lifestyle, okay? Once you're infected, the main problem with this virus and many other viruses is that they cause an acute respiratory distress syndrome. Acute respiratory distress syndrome, or cytokine storm. So cytokine storm is when your immune system has gone haywire. Your immune system has gone to such a level of high alert that is attacking your own lungs, tissues. All right? That's the cytokine storm. Why is it called cytokines? Because cytokines are specific immune cells that are called cytokines. Especially, they are lymphocytes and histocytes. And they bring in a cascade of other immune cells, inflammasomes, that cause the cytokine storm. That means all these inflammasomes, all these lymphocytes, all these cells that are fighting the virus will come in like a storm. They come in to the lungs tissue, but unfortunately, Some of them can cause damage to your lungs, okay? Okay, cool. So once you have a lot of these viruses replicated, the first thing they do, they attack your upper respiratory system. So you have, scratchy throat, you have runny nose. This is still in the upper respiratory system, all right? Upper part of your respiratory system. This is still at the place that you can eradicate it and stop it from going down to your lower respiratory system, which means the lungs tissue. So the upper respiratory system is your pharynx, is your larynx, the vocal cord, is your nasal passages, your sinuses. That's the upper respiratory system. You can stop it right there. As soon as you have sore throat, as you have scratchy throat, this is the first advice from alternative health perspective, Ayurvedic health perspective. You start gargling 3 to 4 times a day with warm water and salt and turmeric. So you make a glass of warm water, mix some turmeric and some salt, and gargle 3 to 4 times a day, okay? You can also take oil of oregano directly on your tongue, a couple of drops, because it will make you cough, okay? It will make you gag maybe. Otherwise, if you don't want to gag, if you don't want to cough, put a few drops of oil of oregano in a small cup of water and drink it like that, all right? You will also, if it's in your sinuses, you can also do the neti pot, or jalaneti, according to yoga and Ayurveda, it's called jalaneti, but the neti pot that you can buy in CVS, etc., and you do a salt water neti, okay? Where you put the water from one nostril, it exits the other. There is a way to do it. Feel free to contact me afterwards and we could do a Zoom session and I can teach you how to do this, okay? Then you could also add some triphala in that salt water when you do the neti pot. Triphala is an Ayurvedic herb, all right? And we don't have too much time, so I'm going over a lot of information really quick right now. So I hope you're taking notes, but you can always reach out to me and we can have private sessions, let's say.